Okay, I just realized, like 20 minutes in, my screen recording crashed. Fun. So what you missed was I did this off camera, so, yeah, how's the power grid looking? Fine. And I scaled up production. Gotta believe it, because I will show it. And also the footage corrupted, so, you know. So easy. So, came in here, and you can probably see there's 2 more pumps in here, which are honestly not running too much. I mean, look, I'm using like 2 full pumps. That being said, come down here and you can see there's a new mess installed. So I ripped out the copper, I increased the amount of lead, and I did so to run the industrial kiln, which is a new building from the mod, which you've probably already seen it. It just produces even more metaglass, which I think is just kind of nice and helpful. This being said, however, after this whole thing building it, all of it's gone. Being a YouTuber is fun. Don't give up on your dreams, kids, because it will turn out like this. All jokes aside, well, the joke of footage being corrupted, if I still have the footage and it was just not showing, I will actually put it on the channel, but I wasn't seeing any numbers and I got really confused. And my tablet still recognized me as recording, it just didn't recognize me as like the video is being done, so sorry, but at the same time not much I can do about it. That being said, if we come in here, I start off with metaglass, don't ask why, even though I need lead, which is everything's boosted in this area. This takes like 12 oil, 4 and 4, but it makes like 4 or 8 metaglass? 8 metaglass, which is honestly a lot. Then I use some industrial presses. Now, I still personally kind of prefer using the standard multi-press, but honestly, these things are way faster and very strong. Would recommend. Needs more coal, because there is a very easy solution. Still not enough. Uses 8. Yikes. But anyways, this was a mess I made where the water goes in here. It also goes from here to here to here to... hopefully the footage for that isn't corrupted, because you have to see it to understand it. I literally said that in the footage. Go figure, I have no idea what I'm looking at. With all this being said and done, the values, which I checked on the map screen not terribly long ago, look like this. I'm not sure why silicone went down, probably because you constructed a little side thing. Kind of surprised this mod doesn't make an oil-based silicone producer, because, you know, oil expanded, you expect it to tackle the game's largest resource demand, being silicone. But no, silicone does not have an oil building. It still just needs pyrites. Which, don't get me wrong, pyrites honestly kind of better cost because of how good it is. Don't mind me. That being said, silicone crucible needs pyrite. Not much, but still very good. But now that you've seen me kind of just recap all of this, and hopefully the video stays intact this time, we will be going and capturing some more sectors. These sectors being on the tree, Stained Mountains, which we have unlocked, fungal past. It's not right. It needs something else. We're going to be capturing the Stained Mountains. Now, here's the plan, right? We're not going to bring much. That being said, we're bringing about 1,500 plastinium, about 2,000 of the starting resources, like 500 metaglass. Nope. Like 1,000 titanium, 2K silicone. If you've played Mindusty, this is probably not enough. I have so much of this. Whatever, that's not what I wanted. I don't know how I can bring... Oh, I guess I could just put any value I want in here. I have not selected lead, which is what I was looking for. Whatever, you don't need terribly much. And with all that said and done, that looks like enough, so... From 222 to, I kind of forget, but I'm pretty sure it was Stained Mountains. Okay, originally, on Stained Mountains, pretty sure I landed normally here, and I used lances, I used all sorts of shenanigans, and got my ass whooped like 3-4 times. A friend of mine had to use cryo lances. What a mess that was. No comment, I'm already done. Cool. Because we care. I'm just gonna do that. Alright everyone, it's very important we don't try and do anything too aggressive. This is a moderately hard starting sector. I didn't realize there was so much space there. Which is fine. It just means I have to build a few walls. By a few, I mean just sort of maximize on walls like a freak. Just spam walls. Good, now we need a source of power. That's what the silicone's for. Now don't get me wrong, silicone's awful. But I'm also being very lazy about this. I could technically just send over oil. That's something I should think about. Probably used a lot of my copper during this. Menders, so the game recognizes that I'm doing a right thing. And of course... anything outside of Mender range doesn't really get healed, hence the usage of Menders like this. Behold the perfect defense. I take it you probably don't believe me, because you're right. Okay, you know what you do when your defense is not good enough? Just chuck in another cyclone. Come on guys, this is not a hard question, just use more. If one cyclone won't be enough, 2 cyclone will be plenty enough. When they say there's no wrong answers, Me. Okay. More it is. And out of copper. Actually, now that I look at it, I didn't seem to spawn with, like, any copper at my base. That's closest copper. And if I'm not mistaken... Oh. I am mistaken. I thought it was gonna be a Nova. Check the power grid to make sure we have enough production. No. It's gonna be like, oh cool, we can just chuck in a booster. That needs more power. Which I could honestly just sort of add haphazardly. Like so. You'd be amazed with how inefficient solar panels can be. Gonna dig this out. Or exchange for that. You can hold 50 in the beta. I think it goes alpha, beta, gamma. Gonna need to do another trip. There goes all power production. I could technically boost the solar panels. Whatever. Actually, that would be worth it though. Like this would be really good. Comparing this to how I got Ruinous Shores, you can probably imagine this is a little bit easier. Oh, come on, just mine it. Relatively speaking, the units have just some insane drill speed. This honestly might not even be worth it. This takes 60, but solar panels' power coefficient is so abysmal that it might actually just be wasting power. So I'd effectively have to get like 60 solar panels to make it worth it. That's really sad. Yeah, it actually used more than it was producing. I touched it. Still not enough. Why? What a hard region. I could probably just chuck it in more armor until the game stops complaining, I'm gonna be honest. I have plastanium, right? But plastanium is ammo, and I'd rather not use ammo. The walls are better. Gotta be very careful of how much plastinium I spend, because again, I'm not spending ammunition on buildings. That being said, I'm pretty sure it's slightly better. That's 500. Is this 400? 440. So it's not exactly like 100 more. I'm gonna be honest, titanium is, or plastinium doesn't make the best walls, especially once you get thorium, but it blocks energy shots, which I think might be factoring in on this. As in, I think they might have like novas. Novas don't actually. I'm not even gonna bother going back there. And that stained mountain's completed. Check in here. All's well. I mean, it basically like instantly maxed out. There's 2 more sectors I want, by the way. Let's make those. I'm gonna need a lot more silicone. That being 85 and 223. Trust me, that's not going to be enough. Because I don't want to run out. This is an actual like sector I'm going to be building in, by the way, so I want to put good resources on it. You want good resources? I gotta bring some of this. Bump up some of that. This needs to just be 2k. And yeah, that sounds about right. Up we go. Welcome to another easy sector of 222. So yeah, this place just has thorium. And this is where I'm going to be getting all my thorium from. And we got even a nice head start. With this being said, however, defense will be necessary. I know my skills are unrivaled. This is so ugly. Technically speaking, I could just use oil generator. I'm just, I've already used solar panels. How good would oil generators be here? Now I'm actually curious. You need 6, which means 5 per, which means I could probably get away with something that looks a little like this. That's like 3 per. 5 per. I would use copper, but you know what? Copper is actually kind of useful. So use the metaglass we brought. whatever. Those take a lot longer to build than I expected. I want to know, is this better? Because solar panels don't do much for a base. Walls take so long to build. Well, if you're still here in the video, because YouTube says most people don't watch more than 5 seconds into my videos, which, yes, I get it, it's not a YouTube short, or it's not a TikTok, it's not like, I don't know, 5 minutes, because they're actually kind of getting long for their type of content now. You know, so, okay, but whatever, I don't know. As you guys can probably guess, I don't really care about the analytics. Even remotely. I think this is still plenty. You need men projectors to trick the game to understanding it. Wow! And this is at night, and it's still way better than solar ever will be. Oh, jeez. You're kidding. By far. Oh, wait. No, it's not that much better than solar. That being said, it's also running basically the same. Do you see how easy it was to build that? We're still not positive. That is so much better than solar ever will be. Because we're in the tar areas. These drills are so much stronger. Dude. Like, I knew people kept saying solar's bad because their maximum efficiency is like 6 power a second, which I guess. Yeah. No, this is worth it. And boosting it for an extra 20%, I think, is better. I actually don't know. Alright, so we currently make 8 extra. Not worth boosting, understood. So unboosted as well. Because you need like 2 to make it worthwhile. That is still ridiculous, people. Yeah, well, sorry, game. I'm not doing another solar-based offensive. 23 plus. It's going to do better than the Stained Mountains. For a fraction of the effort. To be fair, Stained Mountains doesn't have tar sands. In my defense, this is good. We're also going to want to do another launch to this area. Now, these resources I might not use. I might just use for research or whatever. It doesn't matter. Welcome to 223. And you know why I want to be here? I'll give you a hint. You probably wouldn't guess it. I'm just making this entire sector is literally exclusively for making surge alloy. Do I have a problem? Absolutely. Do I need nearly this much? No. But the core does need to be upgraded. And that's not enough space. Actually, that's like just enough space actually for what I want. So cool that can be done. I'm gonna want it to go up to there. Yes, you're seeing this right, everyone. I've done this on my phone. It was completely overkill, but everything here is for Surge Alloy. And for questioning why Winthrop Dial's icon is for titanium, I think you can start to piece together what the plan is with monos. Silicone could easily be made. And titanium is one of the most convenient things to import, especially with boosters. Hence, the large power plant. It's all coming together. But I don't have Surge Alloy unlocked. I think you have to get after, like, a nuclear production complex. Go figure. So this place is just something I'm putting under my belt for a rainy day, really. Like, no, there's not going to be a use case for this base location for admittedly a long time. Which should go to show, folks. Plan ahead. It may be helpful. Also, I don't know why yesterday I got back into the Farming Simulator 2017 electric radio music. That is now stuck in my head. Love that track, man. Free boosting. We're gonna need some power here. Fortunately, we've already established power is like the easiest thing to get in the entire game now. Because of oil expanded, making it just super easy. So whatever, right? Who cares? Do that. Bump it up. These work on literally any terrain, so I mean, why not, right, folks? More power, less problems. This is so dumb, yet it works just way too well. Here we go, power solved. No, I'm not joking. Wow. Who could have guessed power management in this game could be so easy if you just make it so much easier. Don't forget I want to build a titanium wall, but I think we've already secured the base location. Just got a sneaking suspicion, you know? It's weird. Build faster so I can be surprised by my mistakes. Yes. Yes. Come online. This is gonna take so long. Also, if you haven't been able to tell, this is why I want polys so badly. I am gonna be building polys on these areas. Just expect me to do that off camera, because that's not the fastest thing to build, especially with only one of each thing. Yes, I know it's technically 2 air factories to 1 additive reconstructor. Will I? No. Why? Do I have to be bothered? Like, genuinely, do I? Uh-oh. How are we out of copper? Of all the resources I could be out of. Oh, it's not gonna be fun either. Okay, guys, memorize it. Intense resourcing. The nice thing is you don't need to have, like, any insurance to do this. It just sort of works. I don't like what's happening with lead. There's core lead, so that's fine. Huh? Never seen the build placements do that before. So that's kind of neat, I guess. I don't know. It's probably just cheaper to go up. I really want to stop building walls. I have to believe this is what the game is like without polys every single time. Listen, if you're playing Mindusty and you have not built max polys on every single sector you could once you could, I'm sorry for you. You don't deserve that. No one deserves to go for this, really. I'm just doing it because I'm lazy. But polys will be added. I think the batteries are fully charged, who cares? Connect. Again, these things are extremely powerful, and these are not connecting for some reason. Oh well. No. I forgot how much copper I need. The beta's mining speed is like 350%. So this is pretty damn fast, okay? Not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh, this isn't optimized, or oh, technically this is convenient. And I'm building over this copper anyways, so none of you tell me otherwise. You know, I will say power on the sector is gonna be annoying, but then again, I plan to just build like my standard spore production. Yes, oil is convenient, but you know, we're in a spore sector, I might as well actually use part of the map. I didn't in the other map because I didn't have the better pump, and also I got lazy. But here, just no penalty, might as well. Power looks fantastic. Friction power looks fantastic. And this will just hold its own for literally ever. 19 of 19. Yep. I kid you not. This is the power of sequence breaking. Yes, 222 is just that good of a sector. And somehow this oil pipe got more oil in it. The how is unclear, but... You know, when I capture the sector I'm going to be using for Surge, I'm going to turn it into a power sector too. Ignore the fact that Surge is technically electrically charged metal, okay? That doesn't count. This is a very fun structure in this game, known as the oil packer, which turns 60 oil into 1 packed oil. You could have put barreled, just saying. And then you get 48 per packed. So yeah, you lose about 12. Counterpoint, these can be launch padded between sectors. So if I just make a huge oil plant on one of these sectors using the oil extractor with its 250% bonus, and because it's like the best drill in the game, unless this mod adds a better best drill, emphasis on that, don't ask. You know, things can be done. Things can be done, and I have my own little army of biller drones following me again. Oh, how I've missed you so much, guys. Please. Please never leave me. Never leave me. Good. Pollies, am I right? Never what you want from them. Is this enough production? Yes. I would honestly love to make some more internal furnaces, yet this design right here is super convenient and I couldn't be bothered to change it. Still can't. This is all boosted? Good. Is this all good? Yes, very good. Yeah, I know the oil packers probably have like an insane... So that's 60 oil per second. Wow, okay. So, a fairly insane amount of oil. In exchange, you can move it to other sectors with a slight loss. I know it's a slight loss, but all I see is ups, folks. All I see are ups. Fortunately, this is kind of going to be the part of the video where it slows down ever so slightly, just due to the fact that waiting on sectors to capture. How much time is left? Considering I lost some footage that I hopefully can recover and stuff, I might take the rest of this video a wee bit slower. But remember, when playing factory games like this, it's always nice to take some time to just sort of do whatever you want. No rapid production, no sir. Ooh, you know, that makes me think. If I wanted to launch to a new sector, I couldn't choose them. It shouldn't matter. Although, if I'm not mistaken, I did for a wee bit. But also, I don't think it would have been easy. Okay, so where do I need to capture next? Stained Mountains. Working on it. What else do I need? Stained Mountains? No. That's probably Overgrowth. Didn't I capture Overgrowth with Tier 3? Was it Tier 3 that I captured Overgrowth? I don't know where you go for Tier 3 units. Let's probably research thorium, which should be easily doable. Just go here, down to here, boom. Run a power line to base, because it has power in it. New content unlocked. Take you, chuck you in the bin. What? Wait, what? I thought there would be a prerequisite to this. Hold on, people. The prerequisite was thorium? This is going to be fun. Wahaha. Well, I mean, a reason not to just kick it on and let it run, right? I am running very low on resources. Also, wait, where did I get all that copper from? I certainly didn't have that much copper last time I was here. Whatever. On-demand water is very good. Power-wise, oh, I'm burning 7 power a second. Who cares? This is so fast, and by the way, I've been holding my tablet up with one hand while tapping it for the last 40 minutes, actually longer. Please help me. Okay, honestly, I thought I was getting faster, but, thorium is nice. I do indeed enjoy this. Hello? Oh well. So, getting thorium will be nice. Because I do actually want a certain unit. That being the Mega. Go figure why I left the perfect amount of room to go make a Mega on this sector. The Mega is a very large thing with a huge build speed, can carry a 2x2, and it's overall just a better player unit. It used to be called the Trident, which used to be in a different spawner, which you used to spawn at, and it would just take power to sort of just make you, and it was kind of weird. I'm talking about V5 here. If you've not been playing Mindusty at V5, you're not going to understand what I mean by Trident and core units. That being said, the meta is like a straight upgrade of everything the Trident wanted to be. It has healing beams from the Nova instead of dropping bombs, which barely hit. And it switched out existing for a boatload of construction speed. I think it used to have it, but I don't know, I never really got that far in V5. I only got to craters, because it was quite a bit harder. Also, this entire area here is basically useless. Hopefully that can siphon some coal in. Yep, we're getting to the point where I'm siphoning coal back to silicone, because it makes more drum. Very good. I kid you not, this is what the game turns into. I might just let the game AFK off camera, just so I can capture these sectors. But to be honest, unless I'm just going around optimizing, there's not much of a use for it. Unless... Look, this is gonna happen on or off camera anyways. More titanium. Way more. Like, all the titanium. Because like I mentioned, it's going to be useful. Actually, I could just replace them with laser drills, which would be smarter. However, the power grid doesn't seem to agree perfectly. If I'm not mistaken, this produced significantly less than I expected. And that's not a good amount of power. Honestly, I don't think diesel is all that worth it in the end. Huh. To be fair, I don't have the best power options here. I was trying to think. Steam is a good option. Packed oil sounds like it'd be bad. But steam and possibly something else. However, I don't think there's any good power options. Unless this mod adds one more power option. You kind of deny that. Differential's bad because it needs cryo fluid. Which, keep in mind, I need literally all of the titanium I can get my hands on. Cryo fluid. Radiator oil. Okay. Oh, and is that what I think it is? Do you have just surge smelter? Okay. Why not? Time to do some research. I don't have thorium. Well, that can come later then. Time to do some slightly less. I don't have titanium. Ah. I'm going to be honest, I know how long I spent building this, and I know how important it was for unlocking stuff. But here's a little secret, I don't need it. Not anymore, okay? Say what you will, it's kinda useless now. Titanium is just way more important on the sector, because I am going to be building a bunch of laser drills. That or I could build the diesel engines, which I do believe are significantly faster. Wow, yeah, they're faster, but they need diesel. And if you don't remember, diesel looks a bit like this. I should have gone for spore oil. I don't like making oil out of spores because spore builds tend to get really unruly for me, but how much diesel do these need? 12 per second! Dude, these things are built like a freaking oil generator. What on earth? Is it worth it? I think it is. It's just bloody expensive. I need so much power in this sector, I'm gonna be honest. This being said, however, I don't remember this being here. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Like this? Yeah, it's probably gonna be quite good. You can only imagine 90 is probably higher than the laser drill. Yo, wow, look at that. It looks cool though. That being said, however, I wonder if there's a radiator oil drill. Would make sense. With that being said, I might need to find a good source of power on this sector. Because I only have really just water. And look, spores are good for power. But how good is unbeknownst to me. Whatever. I hope you've all enjoyed. And until next time, stay safe, take care, and I'm just gonna leave the game running because, I can't be bothered. Take care now. I know it's a bit shorter than usual, but some footage was deleted, and this is all about expansion. I started just building drills on camera at the end, pad for runtime, even though the runtime limit YouTubers normally go for is 10 minutes, and I'm currently at, I'm like 5 seconds from 50. Yeah, I don't need the pad for any runtime, not like I would honestly. So stay safe, take care, share, like, subscribe, follow the playlists so you can, have all the videos in a nice area. I personally love using playlists, and I don't see enough people taking advantage of them. Or maybe I just don't look at enough. Anyways, catch you next time, or I guess you'll catch me whenever it's convenient because of upload and pre-recorded stuff. And yeah. Bye-bye. For 50 minutes, that was pretty good. And my arm's fallen asleep. Oh, shit.